I love you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a week 5 pregnancy update with baby number 2. Right now I am 6 weeks pregnant, so I'm going to go over this past week, just symptoms and things that I was feeling, and then at the end I'll do a baby bump as well, even though there's not really a bump there yet. But so the first thing I'm going to go over is the baby's development for this week. Your baby at 5 weeks is the size of an apple seed. The baby's nervous system is already developing, and the foundations for its major organs are in place. At this stage, the embryo is around 2 millimeters long. At the same time, the embryo's outer layer of cells develops a groove and folds to form a hollow tube called the neurotube. So a lot of important things developing right now, so it's kind of fun but also kind of scary. So I just took some notes this past week, just things that I was feeling, and some symptoms and stuff. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was actually only 3 weeks along. I was like 7 to 9 DPO when I found out. So I'll know for sure how far along I am exactly, because it might be off a little bit. I think I ovulated a little bit early. So I'm gonna have an ultrasound, a dating one, on Wednesday. Today's Sunday, so in a couple days I'll have that, and then in next week's video I'll update you guys on that. But this past week, and this is just so weird because I never really had a whole lot of symptoms in my first pregnancy. Like, I was pretty tired, but I never had nausea or anything really in the beginning. It wasn't until much later in my pregnancy that I started to get headaches and like rib pain and stuff like that, but that's just because I was growing. So it's so odd to me that I'm having so many symptoms already. And I was a little nervous that it was all in my head. But then the more research I did, it seems like it's fairly normal to have symptoms and stuff, so it made me feel a little bit better. So I've kind of had on and off nausea, so it's not like all day or anything like that, but it's just really random times I'll just feel like super, super nauseous, and then it just kind of goes away on its own. It's like I'm nauseous because I don't eat, but I'm nauseous when I actually do eat. So that's kind of frustrating. And then another big one for me is lightheadedness. I am crazy lightheaded. Like, if I get up too fast, I will have to stop and pause because I'm so lightheaded that I can't see anything, you know, like your vision goes black or whatever. And I just kind of have to stop. In fact, the other day it happened, and it was like so bad that I actually had to like drop to my knees on the floor because I was so lightheaded. I thought I was going to pass out for sure, but thankfully I didn't. Something that I did not experience in my first pregnancy at all was breast tenderness, but I definitely feel it in this one. And it's weird because it's more like, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of like up higher, and then like around my nipples it is sore as well. I don't really like having to wear bras or anything like that because it's uncomfortable to me. It feels better to just not wear anything. And then extremely out of breath. Like, I have just been so out of breath. Like, I'm surprised I'm not right now actually, because usually talking is what makes me out of breath. Or if I'm like cooking or anything like that and I'm trying to talk at the same time, I get so out of breath and I just have to pause and and just regather myself, I guess. Oh my gosh, I would say probably the worst thing is the tiredness. I am so miserably tired. Like, I do pretty good in the morning after I wake up. I do have 1 cup of coffee, which I'm sure helps in the morning, and then I'm pretty good until about noon or so. That's when I'm getting ready to lay my son down for his nap, and I'm just like aching for a nap. Like, I need a nap so bad. And so I usually always try to nap whenever he does. Most days I'm able to fall asleep. Some days I I can't really because I'm constantly getting up to pee, which is another symptom. But and then in the afternoon, my husband gets home about 4 o'clock, and by the time he gets home in the afternoon, I am just wiped. I am like wiped for the day. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay on the couch, which has been really hard because I feel horribly like lazy. I feel so lazy because my husband's doing a lot of taking care of our son and like entertaining him and stuff. And I'm just like laying on the couch trying to interact with him, but I can't really do anything. So that's been really hard because I don't like feeling lazy. I don't like just like sitting around and not doing anything. So that's really hard for me. I understand I'm growing a human life, but I feel like it's so early that I feel like I shouldn't be feeling this sort of stuff, but I am like to the extreme. So I don't know, maybe that's a sign I'm going to be having a girl because this is so different from my first pregnancy with my son. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. Another symptom I've been having is like pressure in my uterus area. So a lot of people say it's like tugging and pulling. I guess I kind of feel that to an extent, but it's just like heaviness, I guess, and just kind of, I don't know, I guess uncomfortable in a way. It doesn't hurt, but it's just like uncomfortable. And I think a part of that is also the bloatedness. I've been like really bloated, kind of miserably. I don't really care because I don't go anywhere, so it's not like I have to suck in or anything like that. I stay home with my son, but it is kind of miserable as far as like just feeling like, ugh, I'm so big already. And then the last thing is I've been feeling like cramping. And it's not as painful as period cramps, but it's like just enough that it's kind of annoying. And I feel it mostly at night. I don't know if it's because it's like after a long day of getting up and moving around and stuff like that, that I feel, you know, like my uterus is just kind of like tired or whatever, or it's because I actually slow down and I can feel everything kind of going on and stuff. So, which, to be honest, it's kind of concerning to feel cramps and stuff, but from what I've researched and stuff, it seems like it's fairly normal. I will mention it to my doctor when I see him on Wednesday, but I'm trying not to worry too much. I'm thankful that we've gotten, you know, this far and we've had no problems and stuff. So I'm feeling pretty hopeful, you know, that everything's going smoothly. And even though I don't like feeling sick and I don't like feeling nauseous and stuff, I am thankful because I do know that it is typically a good sign that things are progressing as they should be. So I think that's pretty much all that I had to update you guys on. Like I said, there's not too much going on. I'm happy that I'm going to be going in for an appointment next week so that we can kind of get the dating scan done. And I think once I see the baby on the ultrasound and hopefully hear a heartbeat, that I'll feel a lot of relief and just more excitement, I guess, because when we find out, it'll be December 11th, and once we go there and get the pictures and stuff, hopefully that's how I'll announce to my family on Christmas Day. So I'm pretty excited. We've got some exciting things in the next couple of weeks. Just hoping that all turns out well, you know, obviously at this appointment, and that we get to see our sweet little baby, or maybe two, I don't know. That is something that my husband and I have been thinking about because my sister-in-law, she just had twins in September, so a couple months ago. And then my sister, she just found out that she's having twins a couple months ago as well. So we have not had any twins in our family at all until these two sets of twins. So now everybody's like on high alert, like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be next? Am I gonna have twins? So fingers crossed, I don't know, either way. It would be kind of exciting to have twins, but also having twins means a higher risk pregnancy, which is kind of scary. So if you were to ask my husband, he would say, oh yeah, twins. He wants them so bad, but I'm kind of neutral on it. If I had twins, obviously I'd be super excited, but you know, it's a little bit scary too. So, well, thank you guys for watching. I will show you my belly, even though there's not really much to see just yet, but just kind of for a comparison thing to be able to see it, you know, from the beginning stages to the end. So I'll just do that real quick. So There it is for, well, now I'm 6 weeks pregnant, but close enough. So thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned next week for my 6 weeks update, and hopefully I'll have some ultrasound pictures to show you guys as well, and I'll let you know how my OB appointment went too. So thanks for watching.